Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be giving you guys my week 5 preview of the Washington football team versus the Los Angeles Rams matchup. I will be giving you guys a very important injury update on Chase Young, Terry McLaurin, and on the whole I will be giving you guys my keys to victory for the Washington football team, and finally, I will give you guys my score prediction. But if you guys are new, subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into the video. And remember, check out House of Hoodies. They're a great hoodie company. Got a Sean Taylor and a custom option. Use code Pedro for 15% off your purchase. Okay, so let's start off with the injury report. So the players that did not play today: tight end Marcus Baugh, non-injury related; Wes Schweitzer with an elbow issue; and Steven Sims and Greg Stroman, both of our returners. And then limited was Dontrell Inman, foot; Terry McLaurin, thigh; and Chase Young, groin. But those guys, I believe all three of them did not practice yesterday at all. So it is very, very good news, them going from not playing at all to limited. We'll see tomorrow if Chase and Terry play, and obviously tomorrow we'll get the status if they're questionable or if they're going to play or doubtful, so that's going to be interesting to see. I fully expect Terry to play though. He was questionable with a thigh injury last week. I do think he's going to play though. I fully expect it, and yeah, he balled out last week. So that's the injury report right there. And yeah, if Chase Young plays, that's a huge boost to our offense and defense, sorry. And we'll see about Steven Sims. So now on to the keys to victory and then my final score prediction. So first, we have to win the turnover battle. This is an interesting stat. This was when they beat the Eagles, but with yesterday's win, head coach Ron Rivera improved to 67-21-1 when his team won the turnover battle. This was obviously, like I said, after the Philadelphia Eagles game, but that is a very good record, and it is above the average for winning a turnover battle. So there's something with Ron Rivera and the turnover battle. He wins a lot more games than most coaches do when they win the turnover battle. And the only game I believe that we have won the turnover battle was week 1. We might have won last week, actually. I'm not sure, but it was against the Ravens. We weren't going to win against them anyways. But yeah, I think if we win the turnover battle, especially against a team like the Rams, we can't let Aaron Donald get to the quarterback and force a couple fumbles. Kyle Allen is not the best with ball security when it comes to fumbling. He does have a little bit of an issue with fumbling, so we got to make sure that doesn't happen. And no special teams turnovers. Those are the absolute worst. The Steven Sims one killed us in week 2. And yeah, no turnovers, especially on a short field like we have been doing in the past couple weeks. So no turnovers, or at least limit them and cause a couple turnovers on the defensive end, and that'll help us out a lot. So the next one is get the running backs involved. We have to make sure we get the running backs more involved, and I think part of that is, Dwayne Haskins not having a total grasp of the offense, and that is to be expected. It takes time, but Kyle Allen has been in the system for a couple years now, so I think they're going to get the ball to the running backs a lot, especially since, Kyle Allen hasn't really gotten many reps with the ones, so we might be running more than we usually do, and I think we should. I think Gibson should be getting more carries, even McKissick if you want, and Barber, but especially Gibson. I would need to see like 10 to 15 carries a game at least. I don't want to see 9, I don't want to see 10. Give him a little bit more carries, and I like what they did in the passing game with him, giving him a couple screens, crossing routes. I love that, and I think they should keep on doing that. Get as many touches as you can to J.D. McKissick and Antonio Gibson. I think that will help us out a lot, and I think it'll give our quarterback Kyle Allen some confidence, and I think that'll help us out a lot. So that is the second key to victory. The next one, very, very important. We have to make sure we contain Aaron Donald. We know Aaron Donald he's the best defensive player in football, probably. There's a couple others you could argue for, but he is just an absolute beast, and he's going to be going up against Wes Martin, and that is not good at all. But the good thing is at least that Chase Roulier will be there to help a little bit, depending on the situation. But Aaron Donald is an absolute beast, and if we can somewhat contain him, because we know, especially against our offensive line, he's going to have a really good game, but we need to make sure that we limit the amount of hits he has to our quarterback and the amount of pressure he gives us, because, like I said, he can do it pretty much everything. He's super, super strong, able to rip the ball out of the quarterback's hands, and he can disrupt the game. And, yeah, he's just one of those players that has such a huge impact on the game. So if we can limit him, I think that'll help us out a lot, because he is by far their best player on their team. And they do have Jalen Ramsey on their defense, but Aaron Donald just overall is a better player in my opinion. So that is the third one right there. So the next one is a defensive key to victory. We need to start getting stops in the red zone. This was a stat. This is something JP Finley said. The defense has given up 30 points in the last 3 weeks. They did give up 30 points. A lot of that, though, is because the offense was giving the defense a short field to work with. Haskins had a couple picks where the defense got the ball, pretty much the opposing offense got the ball pretty much in the red zone, and the fumble by J.D. McKissic and just poor offensive play has not helped out our defense. Our defense has not allowed many yards, and they're up there. And before the Ravens game, they were 6th overall in yards allowed, but they have barely gotten any stops in the red zone, and they need to start doing that. There's no excuses. Sure, they're getting you, the offense is not putting you in good situations, but at least once in every 3 times, you got to get a stop in the red zone, got to get the opposing team to kick a field goal, because we probably are one of the worst red zone defenses in the NFL. We got to do better if we want to be considered an elite defense at the end of the season. So yeah, that's one of the most important things that we really haven't done at all this year. We have to play better, got to get stops in the red zone. So the next one is, before we get to my final score prediction, is we have to get to the quarterback. The first game we did a really good job of it, obviously 8 sacks. We did okay against the Cardinals, getting 3 sacks, and again, okay against the Browns. They have a pretty good offensive line. I did not think we did good against the Ravens, and they were having some issues with their offensive line health-wise. We got to do a better job getting to the quarterback, and I think obviously a lot of that has to do with Chase Young being out. So if Chase Young is in, I think that'll help us out a lot. And I think something else that hasn't been talked about, I really think this week we can get a bunch of sacks. I'm predicting 4 to 5 sacks, and that's a lot. But if you look at the quarterback we're playing, Jared Goff is he's a decent quarterback, but he's not mobile. He is not mobile at all. If you look at the quarterbacks we've played this season, Carson Wentz, not mobile, but he's pretty strong, and usually he's pretty hard to sack. Wasn't in week 1. Week 2, Kyler Murray, super, super hard to sack, very quick, very agile, avoids a lot of sacks. So he's very hard. Baker Mayfield, not too hard to sack. We got some pressure there, but again, we were missing Chase Young, and then last week it was Lamar Jackson. So going up against a slower, more pocket quarterback, I think that's going to help us out a lot when it comes to getting some sacks. So I think, and that will help out the secondary too, because the quarterback's going to be rushed to throw. So those are my 5 keys to victory. Win the turnover battle, get the running backs more involved, especially Antonio Gibson, contain Aaron Donald, get stops in the red zone, and get to the QB. So now onto my score prediction. I actually have us winning this game. I think it's going to be a close one. I'm kind of torn between 24-27 Washington or 21-27 Washington. I'm going to go ahead, just so it's a little closer, I'll say 27-24 Washington. The reason why, I think Dwayne Haskins definitely is the better long-term. He probably is the better long-term answer at quarterback. He definitely has more potential than Kyle Allen, but I think right now Kyle Allen might be better for the offense just because he does have the experience with the offense. Of course, you guys have seen my videos. I do not agree with them benching Dwayne Haskins this earlier, but short term, it might be better for the team. And I think Kyle Allen is going to get the running backs involved. I think he's going to do decent. And especially, this is why I'm saying short term, it might be better, because these guys haven't seen Kyle Allen play this year at all. He missed the last few weeks of the season last year. So and especially the Rams, they have not the first couple weeks usually, or first couple days after a game before they actually start practicing, it's usually preparation. And the news didn't come out until Wednesday that Kyle Allen was going to be the starter. So they're going to have to do a lot more preparation. And yeah, of course, guys, the Rams are a solid team, but they're 3-1. And if you look at their 3 wins, Dallas, Philadelphia, and New York, and they barely beat the New York Giants, so I think we definitely have a chance in this game. They are a solid team, but those 3 wins are not really good quality wins. They're 3 wins against 3 pretty bad teams, so we could probably sneak a win here. Yeah, that's my take. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Kyle Allen's going to provide a spark. Obviously, wish it was Dwayne Haskins, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens as the season goes on. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. Turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. And I might be doing a birthday live stream tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And peace.